Part 2, Crazy Talks with Wise People. Mary Angela Mortuck here, your host for this show. Our episode is part 2 of Rate Vice President Sara Duterte's performance as a vice president. Our guest does not need a lot of introductions anymore. You already know him, right? You already know him. He's very famous, he's very popular, and well loved by his followers. And not only well loved, well respected. And I'm one of those who respect him. That's why I invited him to guest. And thank you so much, sir, Colonel Dado Enrique, once again. Thank you so much for gracing this part 2. Let's all welcome.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening to everyone. Hello.
Okay, yes. Hi, hi. Now I'm going to give you a
Hello.
review about his rating of our Vice President Sara Duterte's performance as a Vice President for the past 2 years. Character 8.5. Okay, I'm going to share with you the 21 irrefutable qualities of a leader. So, um, there you go. Sara Duterte's character, according to Colonel Dado, is 8.5. Her charisma is 8.5. Oh, by the way, the highest is 10 and the lowest is 1. Her commitment to her office or to her job is 9. Communication is 6. I think one of the misgivings of Colonel Dado, as he mentioned yesterday, was um, Vice President Sara could have enlightened us on some issues that the president cannot come up with. Okay, next is competence 9, courage 10. According to our guest, she's a very courageous person and a public official. Discernment is 9.5. Her focus to the Filipino people and to her service is 8.5. Her generosity is 9. In her generosity is authentic, according to our guest, because she does not give ayuda or alms to the poor just for her to get votes. I think that's commendable. Very, very commendable. Her initiative is 8.5. Her listening skill is 10. She listens to the people. She empathizes with the people. And that is one of the greatest assets of a leader, listening. And our guest giving her a 10 is something remarkable. Her passion is 9. Her positive attitude is 9. So total score as of yesterday was 8.8. Okay, now let us go to problem solving this time. Okay, Colonel, what is our Vice President's problem solving ability?
I'll give her, I don't know, an 8.5. We haven't
8.5.
tested her. And we still have 4 years of her. And we hope to see her one day solve the problems that all the past leaders have gotten us into.
Problem
And if we can
solving,
work with her, no, to support
8.5.
her, I think I would do. Uh,
Problem solving. Can you give me
Too
instances
much
where
can
she
still
was
be
able
seen
to
from
solve?
her.
Why
Can expect more.
why did you rate her 8.5? Are there some problems that she was able to serve in her capacity as vice president?
No, not really. That's why I'm giving her a not so high grade, not so low grade. It's a good grade. It's an 8.5, and
Right.
I just want to see more of her
Uh,
in the next 4 years,
in
and
the next
probably in
2 years.
the 6 years.
Mhm.
By then, probably if she does well, I can give her a 10. But she has to solve a lot of problems for our people. which the
different.
current president is having a hard time solving.
Mm. What do you think
Uh,
about the first three, the top three problems of the Philippines that our VP needs to solve if she becomes president?
Corruption is a very glaring of a problem.
Ah,
It's been there for ever since, and it has gone uncontrolled, so brazen. And if you are able to solve corruption, minimize it to the lowest level, because it's hard to stop corruption anyway.
yeah.
Uh, you will have solved 50% of the problem. The reason why the country is not moving forward is because we have so many corrupt officials.
Oh,
Now, 40% to 50% of national budget, all the budget,
mm,
uh, is is gone to corruption. Imagine a budget of 5 trillion,
mm,
1.2 trillion goes to corruption, to
mm,
2 to 2.5 trillion.
mm,
So if our right now the budget is has gone up to 6.3, I think, for the 2025. They're proposing a 6.3 trillion budget. And if corruption is unstopped, unchecked, you will have four times around 2.4 to 3 trillion
wow.
gone to corruption.
Oh,
And our country is just earning around 4 trillion in revenues. So we have to borrow to cover
yeah.
the shortfall and to be able to fund all the rest, which also goes to corruption, part of it.
Mm,
So if there's no corruption, if it's minimized, we don't have to borrow. In fact, we might have savings, so we are able to come out with a program to settle our debt. Our
mm,
debt by the end of the Marcos presidency would probably go up to 18 trillion, 18
oh,
trillion pesos.
uh,
Right now, it's up to 40 trillion. From Duterte, I think it went up to 12 trillion. It was 12 trillion, thereabouts. And then now it's 14 trillion. And some are predicting that it will go up to 18 trillion by the end of his term. So we're going, our future generations of Filipinos, they haven't gone, they're not born yet, but they already owe a lot. So that's wrong. Number one problem is corruption. Number two problem, if I will go first, the political, I call it the political tree, no, the system. So much politics in the country, so much partisan politics. There's a lot of bickering going on between families, between parties,
mhm.
and there is so bloated. Our Congress is so bloated. It should be only 81 people. We
How
have
many people are
316
there?
congressmen.
Oh,
It's
oh,
and all have their own budget, and
oh,
that's too much. It's so redundant. We have this party list system because the Constitution allowed is allowing the party list system. The intent
oh, wow.
is good, so that it will be represented. But because of abuses, because of corruption, because of having people who are incompetent, it's so easy to abuse the constitutional provision. We should do away with the redundancy and downsize our Congress to just one per province. So it's about 81.
Yeah,
81, if I get it right, na 81 provinces. So
yeah.
81 congressmen, one per province. Anyway, you have the mayors, you have the barangay captain, you have the governors who can tell the congressman per province what is the problem so that they can come up with the
Streamline
projects to solve the problem. No need
corruption
for
and then streamlining
300 plus
replacing
congressmen.
politics.
So
Oh,
redundant.
mm.
And you
Oh,
have 300 plus crooks, alligators in Congress. So if you chop it down, you will only have around 81. So the political setup is wrong. And then the third problem is a failure in our family and the educational system
Educational
to
system.
breed the right kind of Filipinos. Being a leader in the country would start, as you said before we went on air,
Yeah.
starts with the family.
Starts.
I've been telling in my blogs that if the family is guided by the government in breeding the right Filipinos,
Yeah.
and then uh, each Filipino would spend around, we all have 24 hours in a day. Each Filipino
Right.
child will spend about 16 hours with the family. And the quality time there is very important because that's
Correct.
where
Correct.
they learn. And
Mm.
if they spend about 8 hours, that's good enough. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of quality time with the family. So, and then another 8 hours in school.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
16 hours with the family, 8 hours in school. It's very important. If every day we, our counter, you have at best you have about 16 hours of
Mm.
making that breeding time,
Correct.
clock in so much percentage, a high percentage of breeding the right Filipinos, then we will have no problem. At 16 hours a day, if you are able to train kahit 10 hours lang, that will count a lot every day, and then every year. And then
Yeah.
when they grow old,
They
at
do.
age 22, when they graduate, the state is able to hone them further. They have the character, the moral fiber, the character, the values that have formed already at home and in school. And
How
that's
about
and if each Filipino is like that, ideally, if each Filipino is like that, they can interact with each other at work when they're working already.
correct?
And the state has a lot to do, no?
Yeah.
And
How about the
it's
peace and order
it's a long process.
situation? How about the peace and order situation?
The peace and order situation is the end result. It's not the cause.
Ah,
It's
uh-huh.
an effect
I
of
agree.
having
I agree.
a failed political setup and a failed so much corruption going on, even with the police, di
Yeah.
ba? And it makes a lot of people make money with drugs, with being with criminals, and even Congress. They they are into it. No, they get
Yeah.
paid. They get lobby money.
Yeah.
So the the people, our society, the Philippines, the environment is experiencing the effects of these problems, the main problems,
Mm.
no? Actually, yung mga crime rate na yan, they are all symptoms already of a bigger problem. What I'm telling you is the bigger problem. Uh, Graft and corruption, the political setting that we have is failed. Is a lot. It's so much. It's so incompetent, no? And they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even have a vision. They don't even have the discipline, the commitment to serve the people. If they only have the commitment, then there will be no so much problem about floods, about food security.
Mm. Mm.
And
Yeah.
then the pangatlo is the upbringing, the breeding, family, school, and then the environment that our young
Education.
generations will be
Ethics.
into. So having all this, pagka may palpak dyan,
Correct.
then we will have the scourge of society. We will have criminals. We will have more corrupt people. Even in the private sector, you'll have corrupt people,
Mm.
unresponsible, unpatriotic, no nationalism. Each one to his own. Dog eats dog. So if we are able to address the core problem, then walang ano. That's why for me, I expect not only Sara, no, VP Sara, I expect anyone joining the political Anyone who wants to be a leader of this country, you better solve the problem. You better identify what is the problem.
Yeah.
Because some come and go, they don't even know what is the problem. They are the problem. Our politicians, they are the problem. They corrupt people. Is it right to have, example, is it right to have what you call this ayuda system? They spend taxpayers' money just to provide ayuda. Let's say in kind or in cash, 5,000 pesos, thereabouts per family. Now, the ayuda system converts they train the Filipinos to become lazy. Instead of using billions of pesos dedicated for ayuda, why not use them to build up opportunities for Filipinos so that they can strive to earn.
And where
Hindi yung one time big time
money,
ayuda,
where is the money for ayuda coming from?
taxpayers' money.
And I've seen some sacks of rice there. I've seen some sacks of rice giving credit to the person.
From government revenues, it comes from the National Treasury, from the budget.
Okay.
So,
yeah, there has to be an
organized dyan, when they give ayuda, there is expectation.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
They have expectation, the politicians, that they will be getting debt of gratitude, utang na loob, babalik in favor so that the favor that they will get re-elected when it comes to election. And they are banking on the Filipino trait, utang na loob, the debt of gratitude. So,
it's a way of manipulating.
It's all a mess.
That's manipulating the voters.
Yes.
Yeah.
The moment, ayuda sana is maganda eh. But right now, what's happening, ayuda is legalized vote buying. Legalized vote buying.
And election.
They give ayuda now so that come election time next year, they expect votes from people who are benefiting from ayuda.
Yeah.
And for you to get listed in the rolls, in the list of those who are supposed to benefit, it is the barangay captain who will decide, or DSWD who will decide.
Yeah.
Now, so para makasali ka so that you'll be included in the list, merong utang na loob eh. So if the barangay captain tells you to vote for Mary or Enrique because we're part of the whole gang of the party, we will benefit. That's why we are all supporting the ayuda system. And it's all wrong.
All right. Okay.
If you spend
That's very
12
insightful.
billion, you might as well spend 12 billion in developing one industry. Why not spend 12 billion in building our own ships for defense? Why not spend 12 billion in planting 8 million hectares of bamboo so that we'll generate money from that? So there's so much money that can be spent wisely because it's not our money.
All right.
It's people's money.
Yeah, you having said all the situations that the Philippines is facing right now, I think the next president will have a gargantuan task. Do you think Vice President Sara will be able to handle all these problems?
I think so. She will be able. Because she has one trait. She listens to people. She cares about people. If you care about your constituents, if you care about the Filipino people in your heart, it will follow that you would want to.
You're right.
Solve.
I agree. Yeah.
The problem.
Yeah, I agree.
That's about leader, the one that we rated before. It seems that he doesn't care about the people. How? Well, you can see when there's a landslide, he's not there. He's not with the people. The vice president is there helping the people. He is out there somewhere in a party. So you see, if somebody cares for the people, the leader, no, never mind the names, no. If a leader cares for the people in his heart, his mind will follow. How do I solve the problem? How will I be able to? I only have 6 years in my timeline
Right.
to do what is right, to do everything that I can do. In that 6 years, I hope that it would be enough. Actually, 3 years is enough. 3 years is enough for you to be able to do institutionalized changes and to do a lot of things that will benefit the Filipino people. If you know what to do, you know how to do it, you know the problem, you know how to address the problem, you know how to get help, you listen to and employ the right people that will help you, who will help you do the solution. All you have to do now is, one, you identify the problem. Two, you put the right people who will do the work for you. And all you have to do is now give the direction and supervise them. Give them a timeline. Okay, in 1 year, I want you to solve this and that. In 2 years, tell me, Mary, how much time do you need to solve the flooding problem? Tell me, Mary, if you're the DPWS.
Right.
Give me. Ikaw magsabi. Tell
Because,
me.
you know, it's
And you tell me,
yeah,
I'll
because
need
it's
4
goal
years.
setting. It is a part and parcel of goal setting. So if a problem needs to be solved rather, then there has to be a vision. And part of that vision is a time frame. You're so right. Yeah. The problem is there's no
Yeah.
time frame, right? And I think there's even they said like they
Yeah.
spent a lot of money on feasibility study, but only until the feasibility study, there's no time frame, there are no other plans attached to that. So that itself is a
Dr.
very
Mary,
positive plan.
you're the agricultural secretary, Dr. Mary. Now tell me, how much time do you need so that we will not export rice? We will ban exportation from rice in the near term. Give me a timeline. When we're going to do that? When will be self-sufficient? When will we be able to export rice to the whole wide world? Tell me.
5 years.
How much money do you need? How much budget?
I'm not good at that, but I think 5
you need?
years. Yeah.
So it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah, it can be
So
done.
it's well within
It
the
can be
term
done.
of a president. Kung 5 years is well within the term of the president. Kaya nga, day one pa lang, kung alam na niya yung gagawin niya and she knows the problem, she knows the right people to handle the problem, day one pa lang, boom, 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 boom. And then you have 5 years. Then you are self-sufficient, then you're exporting. Before your term ends as president, you have done a lot of things already. You solve one problem here, one problem there, criminality goes down. You have a new Philippine National Police.
Yeah.
No more abuses. Your recruitment is rationalized. It's everything is checked. It checks out properly. You have a developed armed forces. You can stand neutral. No more alliances with superpowers. Neutral tayo, China, America. We can do that. And then we can stand on our own. Peace tayo. Walang mga internal conflict. All 7,000 islands probably are good tourist destinations. We're only occupying about 1,000 plus islands. 7,000 islands tayo, 7,641. And then we have 15 million hectares of forest land. 7 million remaining forest, 8 million are denuded. So yung 8 million na yun, gamitin natin. Pakitain natin. It solves partly the flooding problem. Kasi lahat ng yung floods natin, all the rivers, recently, President Marcos just stated in a conference, public conference, I'm so surprised that our rivers are silted already. Wow, Mariosip naman. Dapat presidente ka, alam mo pa, kahit bata nga, alam yun na it's silted already ever since. And day one pa lang, he's now on his second year. Dapat, day one pa lang, you already are aware of what should be done. Because the rains will not stop. It will continue to come every year, 19 to 22 typhoon. You
Yeah.
cannot stop that. And then we are going to face the impact of climate change, which means mga 200 to 300 na kilometer miles per hour na
Yeah.
na bagyo. And daming ulan nun.
Yeah.
So we have to solve the problem before it ay, ang daming problema ni That's why 8.5. Marami pa siyang gagawin.
All right. Yeah.
Marami pa siyang
And
gagawin.
we hope that, with the help of the people, but because a leader cannot do that by herself. So with the help of the people and with a good leader, nothing is impossible. Okay. Now let's move to the next. Thank you so much. That was very insightful. Now let's go to her relationships. How about her relationships? Okay. 9.5.
Right.
Okay, relationships in
9.5.
general, right? My question is how come the Senate, I mean not the Senate, but the Congress, almost the entire Congress, I think, except for Congressman Marcoleta, I think the entire Congress is ganging up against her. Why? I'm asking this because we're in a relationship.
Because they are trying to come out. Congress is trying to. There's somebody higher than Congress. There's a. I believe ako lang. I believe there's a plan to destroy her, to impeach her, because they see the threat of Sara for 2028 and probably before that, because anytime Sara can rise up and take the position of president as the people may clamor for it.
Yeah.
Given that the president is perceived to be a drug user or not solving the problem and allowing corruption. So people are going to the streets, some are rallying, and then more on social media, trying to encourage Sara Duterte to stand up for the Filipino people, to lead the Filipino people. That's why she's a threat. So the way to go about it is to find ways to destroy her. Congress is ganging up on her because of that 125 million confidential fund. But to put it on a perspective, the confidential fund, 125 million, came from the office of the president.
Right.
And it's a confidential fund. Meaning, and dapat the people who are just supposed to be talking about it is the president, Sara, and the Commission on Audit.
Right.
And if there's no problem, sila yung okay na yon. Pero pagka there is a disallowance, all Sara has to say is how it was spent. Pero sila lang. It's not supposed to be public. It's confidential fund. It has something to do with national security.
Yeah.
Now, why would Congress scrutinize the confidential fund, how it was spent in public?
Yeah.
When you have the enemies of the state also there in Congress.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people listening. So if, for example, you spend, let's give an example. Let's say you spent, of the 125 million, you spend 5 million for intelligence, surveillance, or whatever, in building up a project or funding a project so that we will determine which schools are being targeted by the leftists, by CPP, NPA, NDF, in the recruitment of our young people to join the NPAs. You need that money. So if you will now tell Congress, ganito, ganyan, ay, ano ba yun? Paano naging confidential fund? Pangalan lang confidential fund eh. Why is it now exposed to the public? Now, okay, isa pa, yung double standards. Sara, you're talking of 125 million. You know, Congress, billions ang disallowance. Office of the President, billion ang disallowance. O bakit sila? And meron mga nagsasabing, we have a congressman saying, the people of the country deserves, they have the right to know how the money is being spent. Yeah. Okay, agree. I will agree. But you, Doktora Doctora, if you are a congresswoman,
Yeah.
you better tell me how you are spending your MOOE, your money, your allocation, because you're just signing for it. Because of Resolution 10, adopted by Senate and Congress, you are signing, liquidating the money given to you without showing any receipt and by just certifying that you, being honorable, kuno, that you have spent the money correctly.
Oh, you're
Anong
right.
klase
And
yun?
that's double
The
standard.
people have to know also.
If the Congress people are not
Double
being
standard.
investigated on, and they are even
They're
investigated,
not being honest. They're hypocrites.
that is
They're
hypocrisy.
hypocrites. That's why.
Ah,
Double standard. They're hypocrites. The people have to know how come
there's some
they're
sort of
just
a
being silent about
mathematical.
people wanting to know how they are spending the money.
Yeah,
You
so
have
something
you have
fishy.
2 points.
There's something
Ito
fishy behind it. Yeah.
You have 2.0 2.066 billion in travel expenses budget.
Oh, okay.
2.066 billion for 2023.
Mhm,
2023
mhm,
budget.
mhm.
You only spent around 39 million in travel expenses. So, ang butal, 2.020 something, no? 27 billion. Yun yung butal. Where's the money? And then there's news about each congressman receiving 2 million in cash gift for Christmas.
Oh,
Come on.
wow.
And I was saying, how much did we spend for Christmas? I only spent 700 pesos for Christmas. And each congressman has 2 million pesos.
Here, last
Christmas gift.
Only
Last 2023. And then, yung 2023 na yan, kung meron silang bawat tigto 2 million, question, saan galing yun? Saan galing yun?
Oh.
Don't we have the right to know where the money came from? Did it come from the balance of the 2.027 billion na hindi nagamit? Now, ito pa. Hindi nagamit. Usually, pagka hindi nagamit and then you only spend 39 million for travel expenses, the whole of Congress, 39 million, that's cheap, no? Why is it in 2024, they budgeted still 2.183 billion for travel expenses? When you only spent 39 million the previous year. Di ba dapat bumaba yung budget mo? Dapat kahit man lang mga 100 million na lang o 200 million na lang. Eh bakit nag-budget pa? Mas mataas pa. 2.183. Kaya nga, yung ibang vlogger, some vloggers are saying the money, the balance was spent for one, yung Christmas gift nila. Number two is for funding the initiative to change the Constitution, yung tinatawag na PI, People's Initiative. May lumargang pere, bilyon eh, to get the signatures of people. That's why this is a very corrupt na administration.
Yeah.
No, Sarah has to solve that. Laki ng problema. You stop the corruption, isipin mo yung magkano yun, 2 billion right away sa isang linya. Isang linya lang yun. Eh ilan yung pinag-uusapan natin? 5 trillion na 2023 budget. And of that, ang pupunta sa corruption, 2 trillion. Imagine that, 2 trillion, ilang billion yun. Kaya nga, kung makokorek mo yung corruption, uusad ang bansa natin. Ang kagandahan kay Sara Duterte, alam niya na corrupt because siya mismo tinawag sa Congress at iniimbestigahan siya for corruption. Eh wala siyang corruption. Eh pero nakikita niya kaya nga bastusan eh. Kaya bastusan. Yung tinatawag na relationship with other regions. Mabait pa nga yan eh, si Sara. Mabait pa yan. Mabait, di ba nanununtok yan? Eh mabait pa siya, wala siya sinusuntok eh.
Now we know. After you have explained everything, now I know. Because you rated her 8.5. And I thought, and I thought, okay, 8.5 maybe because she did not have good relationship with the Congress. But you having explained everything made me realize that it wasn't at all her fault not to have a good relationship with the Congress, because the Congress is under the spell of someone leading them to go against Sara Duterte because she's a threat to, I think, maybe whoever, you know.
My rating is ano Mary, Doktora? My
Nine.
rating is 9.5.
Nine. Yes,
My
nine.
rating is 9.5.
9.5. But you know,
Yes.
I can see it. The way she relates with the 32 million Filipinos, she is really spectacular. She's someone she, she's
Yeah,
she's someone
I
who
agree.
I admire.
That's why
I've
I am
seen it.
looking forward.
I've seen it.
I
Yeah.
am looking forward that one day it's not all lost, no?
Yeah.
Because ang masama, we have a bigger problem if there is no Sara Duterte.
Yeah.
We have a very grave problem if there is no Sara Duterte standing by. Nawala talaga. And then everyone will be, or everyone who wants to become a leader, anyone who has the power, who has the guns and they will be able to rise up just like in any country na yung mga sumama na bansa. But good news for the Philippines, in spite of we have a BBM na medyo alanganin, nosedive tayo, we have a Sara Duterte, a co-pilot who can pull up the plane anytime. That's the good news. You don't have to wear your parachute and then, bye-bye, I'm jumping out. You don't have. All you have to do now is we have to tell the pilot, you stop being a pilot. Let the co-pilot take charge because she knows what's gone, how to die. All she has to do now is just pull up, and then we will level off. And that's good news. If she's able to level us off, we will not crash the country. Or you want to play it a Navy way? The ship will not sink because the captain is in his cabin sniffing drugs. Oh, ano yun? Paano yun? So
that's a very good analogy. That's the best analogy. Oh my goodness.
while he's
That's the
let
best
him sniff him,
analogy.
okay,
Oh my goodness.
will
Okay.
take charge.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yun to no? And it's not a more. You know, before I went to vlogging, before I shared myself to the public,
Yeah.
wala akong pakialam eh. Wala akong pakialam. I was just enjoying retirement. I was just watching movies, enjoying my dogs.
Yeah.
I don't care about what's happening.
Yeah.
But when I started blogging, started listening to all these bloggers, the news around, and what's happening, well, you come to see, visualize what's really wrong. Because yung nature mo ba na yung you want to instinctively, instinct, no? You know what's the problem. Kasi that's our training military men. You right away tell what's the problem. And then you are able to come out with options. Do I advance? Do I fight? Face the enemy? Do I retreat? Do I go around? Yung ganun ba? Very quick yung analysis of the situation. Crisis management. Right now, the country is not really that in that mess. It's not really that. We can still pull off from yung ating problem now because it's a good thing we have a co-pilot. We have a co-pilot. Ang masama yun, when you go to the cockpit, they're all dead. They're all dead. There's no pilot. There's no co-pilot. Not even a navigator.
Yeah.
And you only have 1,000 hours of flight training or 100 hours of flight training. You haven't even checked out. You're still a student. And now you are given the task to pull up the plane and everyone's gonna die. And you become responsible. Kaya nga it's a good thing. We have a vice president standing by. And that's good for this country. That's the good news. And now we're
That's
rating
good
her.
news.
That's the
Yeah.
good news. We're rating her.
All right. And
Kasi yung and
to what
I'm
you've
rating her
said,
na good enough. Kesa naman yung we're rating a vice president and I'm also giving her low grades. Patay tayo.
yeah,
We're in a mess. The
yes.
country will be in a
Okay.
mess.
Sir, in relation to what you've said, like, people in the
Yeah.
cockpit, at least there's someone who is an irresponsible captain and another one a responsible. Now, a responsible one. Now, let's go rate the sense of responsibility of VP Sara. Her sense of responsibility. What is your rating?
9.5.
Yeah,
9.5. Mataas siya.
yeah.
Because there are certain jobs na we don't expect her to do. Sa Philippine system kasi natin, she's just a spare tire. She's expected to be there when the president fails to lead the country. If the president dies, get impeached or incapacitated, then she becomes the president. That's the role. That's yung importance niya. Pero in terms of managing the country, naka-standby siya. She cannot even give a statement about foreign policy because she's the president giving the position on foreign policy. Wala, timing lang siya. Even the media asking her, what's your take on China na binabangga tayo? Chinese aggression. No statement. She knows where she is she knows yung limitations ng trabaho niya, but at the same time, she knows na kunyari yung presidente wala doon sa mga sakuna, she's there. She's helping. And that's the beautiful part there.
It's a beautiful
She's
part.
responsible.
Yeah. So she really has a very good sense of responsibility.
Walang tasking. Walang tasking, and then the office of the vice president is visible. Handing out whatever mga yung tulong ba, yung provisions para sa mga nabagyo, nabaha, yung mga ganun ba. Nandun siya. Naunahan pa niya presidente. Wala nga, di visible ang presidente. Visible siya sa mga mayayaman. Visible siya sa mayaman.
To the oligarchs. He is the lord of the oligarchs. Anyways, okay.
Yes,
the sense of security. Do people feel secure under her leadership?
Co-pilot, you still have a chance.
Under her leadership. What is your rating under security?
Mga 9.
I'll
give her a 9.
Under her leadership.
May expectations pa ako how she will address the China issue. Pero I'll give her a 9. Right now, yung hope, Doktora, yung hope that one day she will stand up and be the and do the piloting of the plane.
When she becomes the main pilot, when
she becomes the pilot,
main pilot.
Yung lang, just the thought of it, I feel secured. You see what I mean?
I understand.
Kahit wala pa yung actual act na kayong maging pilot, just the thought that one day she will be the pilot, we're on a nosedive, I already feel secured. Because there's hope.
Because of her character. Yesterday you were saying that because of her character, she's courageous, she's responsible, she's committed, she's competent. Then you know that if she becomes the captain of the ship, then she will be able to navigate and people will be secure in the ship. So
unless also if she becomes captain, she will also be sniffing cocaine inside the captain's cabin.
Right. What do you think about her being self-disciplined? What do you think of her?
What?
Is she self-disciplined? Is she disciplined?
Discipline?
Yes. Discipline.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. What is your rating? Yes.
Ano rin, mataas din yan. Bigyan ko siya mataas yun eh. She's very disciplined eh. Kita niyo nga, hindi nga yung very healthy, siya, nag-exercise siya. Tapos nun, Yung the way she carries herself, the way she dresses, the way
Yeah.
she goes to work.
She's regimented.
9.5 yun. 9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Regimented yung buhay niya. Alam niya
Yeah.
yung ginagawa niya.
How about her
9.5 yun.
servanthood?
Maraming mga leaders na, kita niyo yung iba nating leaders, ang tataba na ang lalaki ng tiyan. Ha?
Mauubo ako sa inyo.
Maraming tayong leaders, ang lalaki ng tiyan. Oh, walang disiplina sa sarili.
Oh yeah,
Siya nga, kahit walang makeup maganda di ba?
Very big tummy, right? Yeah, they don't maybe no more time for exercise.
Walang makeup, maganda pa rin. Okay, siya. She knows how. No, she has that body discipline, she has the work discipline. Lahat even yung pag-handle niya ng mga tao niya because I ask around. I know people, di ba? I still know people in the service. I ask around and they love her. They love her. Very disciplined. Nakikinig siya.
Okay. How about her servanthood?
Meron siya
How about her servanthood? Servanthood.
10. 10 yun, 10. Taas yun.
Proofs of her servanthood.
Wala siya, mayor siya ng Davao. Mayor siya ng Davao. Tsaka OBP siya. Tsaka yung niya, yung pagiging DepEd Secretary.
So what is her
Marami siyang mga tao tuwan-tuwa sa kanya. Tapos yung even sa staff niya, tuwan-tuwa sa kanya. What is her?
What is her rating for servanthood? 10.
Ano yun?
What is her track record as a servant? An excellent or iconic servant. Why did you give her a 10? This is a perfect score. So she must be an iconic servant leader.
Makita mo yan pagka she's doing the right things, lahat ng ginagawa niya, opposite to sa presidente. Lahat ng ginagawa niya, opposite sa presidente. Tapos kaya nga 10 yung presidente nga, buti binigyan ko ilan pa yung buti pa nga binigyan ko ng 4 si presidente. Nagkamali pa ako doon. Dapat bawiin ko pa yun
Okay po. How about her being teachable? How about her teachability? How about her teachability?
I still have to see that. I think she will follow. Nakikinig siya sa mga tao niya. Nakikinig. Pero sa tatay niya, hindi siya nakikinig. Meron siyang sariling mundo. Hindi na natin alam, no? Kasi sila nakikinig din niya sa tatay niya. Akala lang natin hindi siya nakikinig sa tatay niya. So I'll give her magpe-play safe ako 8.8. Teachability 8.8 because
8.8 okay.
Sa tingin ko kasi doktora, tingin ko kasi alam na niya how to lead. Alam na niya ang problema. Alam na niya yung gagawin. So wala na nga dapat ituro Hindi na dapat nga pero sige 8.8 pa rin para na
8.8.
Let's say na there's still so much to learn.
Yeah. So you rate her in terms of her vision for the Philippines. Her vision. Does she have a complete, comprehensive, concrete vision for the Philippines?
I think so. I know na there's certain things kasi na hindi ko pa masabi sa iyo no? Excuse me.
All right.
She knows what to do. Trust me on that. She knows what to do.
Okay. All right. I think so too. I think she's a woman of wisdom.
At saka she listens to people.
Yeah.
Pagka alanganin siya, she asks questions.
I think so.
That I know. She asks questions. She listens to people. Lalo na yung mga tao na ang dapat niyang pakinggan. That's why she will make a good leader Kasi if siya yung naging kapitan natin o siya yung naging piloto natin,
Yeah.
ano yan eh, tatanungin niyo yung stewardess. Meron pa bang ano? Meron pa bang kamusta yung mga ano natin, pasahero?
Yeah.
O, sige, bigyan mo ng pagkain. Meron pa tayong pagkain, bigyan mo pagkain. Para ma-relax. O, tell them, fasten yung seatbelts, etc., etc. She knows what to do when she starts flying the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Eh, malalaman natin yan. I think she's talaga, ano talaga, swerte natin, merong ganyan.
Yeah, I think she's a breath of fresh air because she's young and she's not a trapo, right? She's not a traditional politician.
natin. Kasi iba, oh,
Oh, your audio
oh
is
yeah,
garbled. Okay. Now, sir, how about your rating for her vision? Oh, yeah. I think his audio and video are garbled. So let's just wait until he comes back. All right, now he's back. Sir, what is your rating for for our Vice President Sarah's vision?
vision.
Mm.
Pakinggan pa natin yung iba. Sa
Mm.
tingin ko, ang mahalaga lang doon is that yung bawat Pilipino ay gaganda at giginhawa ang buhay. That's good enough a vision because
Okay.
everything will follow. I'll give her a
Really,
9.
it's true. It's true.
If you have the Filipino in
Mm.
your heart,
Yeah. Or,
it follows your mind think things for the Filipino.
yeah.
And you don't even have to think of all the nice things na ano. Kasi basta alam mo yung ang puso mo para sa taong bayan, para you have that servanthood,
Mm.
you have the capacity to become a leader, and you know why you are being a leader. You know that you're doing it for the Filipino people. That's good enough. You will be able to chart the country and you bring the country right where it should be.
Yeah.
Yung iba kasi ang akala kailangan mo maging doctor of management, doctor o
No,
ano,
no, no,
masters
no, no,
in
no, no,
developmental
no,
management.
no,
You
no.
don't need
Mm.
that. Really. It's a guide. But if you have the heart for the people, that's good enough. That will
Yeah.
be your guide to
It
serve
has to
the
start. Yeah,
people
it has to start
properly.
from the heart. Correct.
Yun talaga eh.
Right motive.
Kaya
You
nga,
have to start with the
alam
right
mo,
motive.
nakalagay yun sa Constitution.
Mm.
In our Constitution, you
Yeah.
don't have to be, you don't have to be a doctorate graduate. You don't have to be a master's. All you
Correct.
have to do is read and write.
Right.
Kaya even a farmer can become a president. Why
Magsaysay
is it
was.
so? What's the
Diba?
philosophy? What's the philosophy behind?
Yeah.
Because the Constitution, the people of the Philippines understand that
Right.
if for as long as you have heart for the people,
Yeah.
you will make a good leader. You will
Right.
be able to bring the country forward. Why? Because with all the power given you by the Filipino people as president, as
Mm.
the pilot of the country, as
Mm.
the ship captain, you have the talent. Ano ba naman magturo ka? O ikaw, magaling ka. Ikaw ngayon ang sekretary ng ganito. Ikaw ang sekretary ng ganon. Ikaw ang sekretary ng ganito. Lumaki ka lang sa tamang palaki ng magulang mo kahit sa public school ka lang.
True. It's
Kahit ano
true.
ka lang, graduate ka high
Yeah. Yeah.
school.
It's true.
You can read and write. You can become a president.
Yeah.
Because you have the people in your heart.
Right.
Yan, yun yung ano.
Correct. Okay.
Bonus na
So what
lang,
is your rating
yung
for her in terms of her vision?
may master's ka, saka doctorate. Ha?
What is your
Nine,
rating?
nine na yung
Nine.
okay na yung rating na
Okay.
nine. Ah,
Let me sum up the part two. 8.5.
ay, tapos na. Okay.
That's 9.5. Yeah, our next naman is who's that? Romualdez. You're going to rate Romualdez. Plus 9, plus 9.5, plus 10, plus 8.8, plus 9. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by 8. 8.0 plus 8.8. All right. Your total rating for her is 8.4. That's still high. Okay. Just a rundown. Um, Colonel Dado's rating for VP Sara Duterte, the general
Ilan?
rating is 8.4. It's 8.4.
Yun yung average niya?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's your average, 8.4. But okay, that's the average rating. As far as my calculator here in front of me yielded the answer, I mean the sum total, but
Yun mo ulit.
I'm going to do it again after this podcast.
Doktora,
What? Yes.
pakicheck mo ulit. Kasi
Oh,
last time it's an 8.8 eh.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me check again. Okay. 8.5
Yeah. Probably it's now
9.5
8.9 or 9, ganon.
plus 9.5 plus 9 plus 9.5 plus 10 plus 8.8 plus 9. Oh, yeah. I missed one. Yeah,
You missed
I missed
one.
servanthood. I missed to add 10,
You missed
which is
one.
servanthood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by 8, it's 9.25. Oh, yeah. 8.8 is divided by 2. Oh, it's 9.0. Sorry, folks, I made a mistake. It's 9.0.
Okay.
So his total rating for VP Sara is 9.0. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, you can write your comment
Mataas, no?
below if you agree or disagree to this comment. But I've been listening to our gentleman here, been listening to his blogs, and I think he is right. You know, he is right in everything that he's saying, and he makes sense. And I hope, sir, you will become a senator too. Why did you not run for a senatorial camp to be a senator? Why did you not file a COC for senator or congressman?
I'll be drowned. I'll be drowned, Doktora. I'll be like them.
You be like,
Sayang. I'll be corrupt also. I don't want to be corrupted.
but you are there, and
uh, there,
you know that corruption is wrong, so you will not be corrupt when you become a public official.
but sayang yung time mo. If I'm going to join government, I might as well do something where I will make an impact. If I become a senator, if even I run for the Senate, and if I win, I will only be one out of 24. Even if I file a bill for death penalty, which is what we need to stop corruption.
Yes.
What we need to stop corruption. How the hell will the 24 senators and the 300 congressmen support a death penalty that will stop corruption when they themselves are the ones corrupt? Wala, malulunod ka eh. Sayang. Sayang yung time mo ng 6 years in the Senate. I might as well spend it in one agency of government where I will create impact. I become a secretary of agriculture, then I will solve the rice problem. Or if I will be somebody who will solve the flooding problem, I'll be somebody who will solve the crime rate, the crime problem, or the ILG, whatever is the agency where you will create a better impact compared to being a lawmaker where you will be outvoted by the other members because it's majority wins. So if you're only one and then there are a few mga siyam na senators with you, you're only 10 out of 24 outvoted pa rin. So wala, talo ka. So you'll end up doing nothing and then eventually you'll end up being corrupted also. Kasi, uy, sayang to, 50 million, uy, 100 million na.
Mark Coleta,
everybody's buying condominium.
I think Mark Coleta is remarkable. I think Mark Coleta is remarkable.
Yes, he can, I think he's running for the Senate, no? He's running for the Senate. He still has a future. He still has a future.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So now,
Sana iboto siya.
yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Please give us a message. Give and please don't forget to follow his blog. His blog is called Survive uh, Survivor, right?
Pinoy Survivor. Pinoy Survivor.
Pinoy
Ah.
Survivor. Follow his blog,
So,
listen to him. He's got
Pinoy
a lot of
Survivor. Ah.
information, packed with information. The reason why I follow him is because he doesn't go by the gossip, you know. Some people go by the gossip from by clickbaiting, but he's very straightforward. He give you the information and he does his commentary. Quite, you know, and you will not get bored, but sometimes he gets so emotional. When he gets emotional, you have to reprimand him because it's not good for his health. Okay, we need people like Colonel Dado Enrique for for a change in the Philippines. So you need to have long life, and I support your vlog. And ladies and gentlemen, please follow his vlog, lalo na mga kababayang Filipinos. Panoorin yung vlog niya, follow, support yung pagpapadala ng pera. I don't know how to do it, so but pag-uwi ko. Right. Okay. So, thank you so much for joining, sir. Please
Thank
give
you,
us
Doctor.
nuggets
Thank
of
you.
encouragement, nuggets of information. Hindi pa to tapos. You are still going to rate
Oh,
Senate um, the who's that Escudero, Senator Escudero, and Congressman Romualdez. All right. So with this, thank you so much.
uh-huh.
We've learned a lot from him, and I always learn a lot from Colonel Dado. Thank you so much, Colonel Dado. Okay, before we go,
Thank
let
you, Thank
from
you,
him.
Doctor. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. God bless everyone.
All right. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is Mary Angela Talk once again from Scotland, saying bye bye from Crazy Talk with Wise People, episode of Rate Your Vice President. Bye for now and see you next time. Bye, Sir Dado. Bye, Sir Dado. I hope to see you
Bye-bye.
hope to see you in person. Bye. Bye bye.